All right, we are live. Shout out to Sequoia Wemigwans for starting this podcast that we're going to continue. This is Mr. Allen.
Hi, everybody.
And the kids absolutely love Mr. Allen.
Mr. Allen, yes.
Professionalism in Practice, podcast episode number 1. This is the official first episode.
Yep.
So, Mr. Allen, I got to ask you, what has been your experiences coming to Canada?
My experience, I would say it was a lot of struggles.
Yeah.
You know, back in 2019, I graduated from my high school. And, you know, it was a long journey. My mom and dad, they were in Saudi Arabia. Like for, I would say, 25 years. They spent their whole time in Saudi Arabia. And you know what? When I graduated in 2019, I didn't have a dream. I don't know where to go. I was like blank. And then one of my friend, Jason, so he's the one who suggested me to go to Canada. He's the one who explained me the opportunities and, you know, the things that are available in Canada. I didn't know nothing about Canada before coming here. So, yeah. And yeah, that was the first time I'm hearing about Canada, the country Canada. That inspired me to take a course here in Canada. Yeah, so then I called my aunt. She actually worked in United Kingdom. And she's the one who told me to take a course, Child and Youth Care. You know, it's related to social work. She works in SSW.
Yeah.
So she's the one who, you know, told me that this course is going to be a good opportunity in Canada.
Yeah.
So yeah, that made me took the course Child and Youth Care. Before that, I didn't know anything about the course because, you know, we don't have a course like that back in India. None. We have social workers, but no child and youth care workers.
Yeah.
Back home. Yeah. So that made me take the course. We applied through an agency. Bad luck, I got refused the first time. You know, the visa got refused. I reapplied, refused again.
Yeah.
So it was a 2-time refusal. That means we lost some money because we have to pay for the visa, right? So we lost, I would say, about like 25 grand.
Oh my.
Yeah, so we lost that much money. Yeah, because, you know, my parents worked really hard to save that much money, right?
Wow.
We lost that much money. And then I was like, okay, I'm not going to Canada because we lost this much money. I'm going to stay back here. But my mom, she really wanted me to go to Canada.
Yeah.
And she's the one who forced and, you know, motivated me to
keep going
keep
and push
going.
forward.
Yeah. And, you know, we reapplied again. Finally, I got it. You know, Cambridge College, they sent me an offer letter and I got it. So there was one of my friend, his name is Moti. So he told me, okay, when you come to Sudbury, don't expect like you're coming to a big city. Okay. I was like, why? Because he told me like, this is a city, you know, it's a kind of city which you might not like, you know, when you're coming from a big city to a small town. It's not a small town, but, you know, so yeah, he told me that and I was ready to, you know, take it because that's the only chance I got. So I took it. I took the course Child and Youth Care, Cambridge College. I came here during the pandemic, 2021. Wow. Well, man, that was hard. That was a hard time because I have to sit 25 days in a hotel because quarantine, right?
Yeah.
Because that was a pandemic time. I have to stay locked in a room for 25 days because they have to take the test and other things, you know. I spent 25 days in a hotel and then I came here in Sudbury, I think it's in March. Actually, I landed here in 24 February, I guess. I don't remember the date. Yeah, it was in 2021.
Yeah.
And then I came here in Sudbury in March, where I got some new friends.
Yeah.
Well, they were being so nice to me, you know. They gave me a space, and I stayed with them for let's say two and a half years.
Wow.
Yeah. The good thing is, you know, I got a job right after like 2 weeks. I got a job in Walmart. that kept me going. I survived through my life.
There's just a few things I got to comment on. So
Yeah.
it really was like an uphill battle to come here, right?
That was hard.
Like losing
That
the
was
money
hard.
and
Yep.
having, those kinds of like not knowing where you're going kind of
Yes.
feelings, where it's like, I don't know about Canada. And I
Mm-hmm.
like, even for your friend to say like, you might not like it just because like given the area, like, did you know there would be this much snow? Did you know that there would be
That's
this?
true. I have zero knowledge about
Yeah.
this country. I didn't know anything,
Yeah.
the culture, the
You just
people,
went in.
zero. Yeah, I just came in. Yeah, I didn't know anything.
And that's hard to do. Like I've
That
lived
is-
here my whole life,
yes.
and like I've always been like, kind of like small town. Like
Yep.
so that's quite a journey that not a lot of people can say that like they've
Yep.
had to partake in, and you've really kind of like made it work and started your life here, which is really incredible.
Yep.
So like I gotta ask, has it been worth it thus far?
It is worth, yeah, because I struggled a few times because my course was 3 years with no gap. So that means I have to work a lot to,
Consistently.
yeah. I didn't get a break, so I have to, make that much money for my semesters.
Yeah.
Well, I had hard times, but my parents supported me through those hard times, and I made it.
And you-
I finished the course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You went back and visited with them too, didn't you?
Yeah, back in 2023, I
Yeah,
went
that's
back
good.
home to see my family.
Yeah.
At that time, I didn't got my permanent residence. I just went back there to see my, brother, mom, and dad,
Mm-hmm.
and my family because they really wanted to see me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so.
They've been big motivators, and they've inspired you to go after
Well,
your dream.
yeah, because they know the opportunities abroad. Because
Mm-hmm.
both of them, they worked in Saudi Arabia and they gained everything from those jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my mom, she worked as a nurse back there, and
Oh,
my
cool.
dad was a store manager. So they know the opportunities, when you go abroad. And I am the first one from my family to get a abroad education.
Wow.
So I feel proud, man.
You should.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I am the first one to fly abroad and get higher education. So, yeah.
No, that's honestly amazing. Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm like a loss
I
for
know
words.
it's a lot of money, but still.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite part about supporting the students that you work with every day here at St. David?
Like-
having gone through these struggles, and now you're not only having to just provide for your own self, get your life in order, but you have all these little children,
Yes.
and that you're just now you have to give to them and
Man,
provide for them.
I like this job so much because I like to be around kids. I like to support them. I like to, like spend time with them. I really like to play sport with them.
I know.
That's
I know
a
you
really
do.
good thing. I like to, play soccer with them. I like to explain things to them.
Yeah.
And I think I inspire them.
I think you do. I've seen
I
it.
think I inspire them, like being a good role model.
Absolutely.
Because I try my best to stay fit, healthy.
I know you
I
do.
want to, see me and, get inspired.
And I think a lot of them do because you're the guy for soccer. You're the guy helping me with track.
Yeah.
And a lot of the kids, like, they know that that's my next question about the
Yeah,
hobbies,
yeah,
but they
yeah.
know that you're into bodybuilding and
Yeah.
that you work on yourself, right?
Yeah.
So for a lot of our students, they see that and they go, okay, this guy's young, he's athletic, he works hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's kind of the image you want the kids to see of
Yes.
you, right? And I think
Yeah.
a lot of our students do see that, and they are motivated by that, and they do
Yeah.
feel that kind of energy.
Yeah.
And that is what you're ultimately trying to put out in the school community,
Yes.
is it not?
Yeah. I got an opportunity to do a presentation with Mr. McLaughlin
Yeah.
last year. That was awesome.
That was cool, eh?
That was awesome because I explained everything about bodybuilding.
Yeah.
What's good, what's bad, because they're moving to high school, right?
Yeah.
So they might see a lot of kids who's going to go into a bad track. So I just want to explain them. So this is good, this is bad. So stay, always go with the good track, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to bad track. So yeah. So I explained everything, and hopefully, most of them they were physically active too.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So some of them, they like to start bodybuilding, so that's good.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think that's excellent that Mr. McLaughlin had asked us to do that
Yes.
presentation,
Yeah.
especially for grade 6.
Yeah.
Because when they get to high school, it's more about like they
Exactly.
want to be like either the strongest or like,
They're moving to a new life phase, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
and
that's
that
awesome.
you see a lot of that in the gym too, where it's like you'll have a lot of younger people come in who
That's
they
when-
want to be
Yes.
jacked, but they don't really know what to do.
What to do? Yes. They don't know the form. They don't know anything. They just hang around with their friends.
Slam the
So
weights.
yeah, so it's good to explain what happens in the gym, right?
Yeah.
So they know. So when they go to a gym, okay, you should not spend this much on a machine. Okay, so you go on the machine, do your workout, and just move on. Because I have seen a lot of friends. They just hang around, waste time, which is not okay for others because gym is for public use, right? So you have to be mindful.
And I think
of
too,
the
it's
time.
very important to educate the youth on
Yes,
what the limitations of physical activity
exactly.
can be.
Yes.
As when I was growing up working 3 jobs, I was always told not to burn the candle at both ends, thinking I'm young, I have unlimited energy, I'm not going to burn the candle at both ends, I'm good. But when you're working out and you're lifting heavy, you have to know your limits. You
Yes.
can get seriously hurt.
Yep.
Right? And I think of a lot of our students.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So yeah, because if they don't know the form and technique, right? So they're gonna hurt their like themselves, and if there's a shoulder injury, they're gonna be done for their lifetime. Because if you don't do it correct, you're gonna get hurt and you're done.
When you were giving that presentation to these kids, did any of them come up to you after with like questions and like?
Well, yeah, Jason, Maxim for sure.
Yeah.
There was a lot of them. Yeah, they came to me and talked about all the stuff that's going in the gym.
And you could feel that they were inspired because of your.
I showed my picture. I showed one of my stage picture, and they were like, okay. They were like, okay, this is not you. That's me, because I did a lot of hard work. I did a diet. Maybe you won't recognize me by seeing my face because I did a lot of diet and everything. So yeah.
And I think that's another layer on top of the struggle, because it's like a lot of people know you as Mr. Allen, the educator, but for anyone that doesn't know, and this does lead into my next question, what are your hobbies? You're also a bodybuilder, and you're doing it on that professional level now where you have, you're quite a few years in and you're doing competitions. I think you have a pretty big one coming up. Do you know?
I am going to do one next year.
Yeah.
I'll be doing 2 shows. I'll do one in Sudbury and then I'll do one in South. Yeah.
And so what do you get if you win?
So they have medallions.
Yeah.
That's what they usually give out. There might be certificates. And you might get some supplements.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, if you win a pro show, that's different. You get more sponsors. You get more stuff.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to pay for supplements and all your, other things.
So what got you into the bodybuilding? Because like I think a lot of people that just are starting a new life are more focused on just getting that life in order. But like you went the extra mile. Like you added a lot. Like I remember the year you were working in Miss Toffley's class, training for that show, and you were starving yourself and working out and working.
I was working 12 hours here, and then diet, and then gym. I was like done.
I know.
That was the worst.
That was tough.
Because 12 hours work, then diet, because you're dieting, right?
Yeah.
You're not eating enough food. You're on a diet, and then you're working 12 hours, then you're going to the gym, and that was the hardest part. That was the hardest part.
Literally eat, like wake up, work, gym, sleep, wake up, like
just that cycle.
And you pre-made all your meals, and you just kind of had to eat the same.
It was like for 4 months, 4 months of diet.
And meanwhile, taking care of all of our many students.
Yeah.
So this question isn't on here, but I just gotta ask: when you're having these days that are difficult, when you're, because like when my previous podcast with Sequoia, I talked about like some of the things that help keep me my motivation and myself like intact. When you're having those rough days, when you find that you're in a rough spot, or it's like the working out's too much, or it's like you might be missing your family, or like, sometimes like we're around a lot of different behaviors and stuff. What keeps you motivated in terms of like keeping yourself in check? Like, how do you self-regulate is what I'm trying to say.
I keep it in myself, and that's why it's really important for me to go to the gym. That's where I,
Like,
you know, um, I go heavy as I can, and I just burst all that energy out there. So gym helps me to keep it calm and patient.
Yeah.
So it's a biggest part of my life now.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And you asked me why did I start it, like my fitness journey. Back in India, like, there was some of my friends who bullied me because I was a skinny guy.
Yeah.
I was like 50 or 45 kilograms back then. I was a skinny dude, and after graduating my high school, I decided, okay, I'm going to join the gym.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes, I'm going to the gym. My parents were not that supportive because they were like, okay, you don't need to go to the gym, okay, just stay home. But I was like, no, I'm going to the gym. I wanted to change myself.
Good for you.
Yeah. And I started training. The good thing is that I got a good trainer, so he explained me everything. He told me, okay, this is not a 1 or 2 day thing. It's gonna take years. If you want to get a good physique, you have to stay on track. You have to eat good. Okay, you have to stay on track. If you lose the track, you're gonna lose everything. So he explained me everything. I'm thankful to that coach or the trainer. So he was so good. He explained me everything. So I stayed on track. I gained some weight, and then it started from there. Yeah. I was able to do a show back there, but then I got my visa, and then everything was fast. I have to pack up and get ready for.
What's interesting about that is like when you talk about being a role model and you talk about like you did this for you.
Yeah.
I think it's important that we kind of teach that to our students. That same thing,
Yes.
like do something for yourself that's beneficial in some way, whether it's for your health or for your artistic endeavor. Have something that helps motivate, focus, helps give you drive, and makes you want to feel some sense of purpose. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like that's clearly what you experienced. You're like, I'm gonna do this for me. I want this to help me feel better, and you kind of really grab the bull by the horns, and that sets a good example for our kids that we have here, and I think for anyone who's around you, really is quite inspiring. I don't know if I could leave Canada and start somewhere new like that. That would be very hard for me. So it's not something that I think is easy for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was hard because you leave everything back there. Your family, your friends. You leave everything, and you're starting a new life in a new country. So that's hard, but because I stayed strong, and like here I am.
Yeah. And you stayed on top of your goals. You didn't let life frazzle you.
Nope.
You used your gym, your outlet, as your way of unleashing that. What do I do? And then
there was time. I thought, okay, I should stop here and I should go back home. Like I am done. But whenever I call home, my mom is like, okay, you have to stay there. Okay. You have to remember, how did we send you there? We had gone through a lot of pain and struggle. We send you there with a lot of pain. So you have to stay there. You have to get all that paperwork done, like all my permanent residency things, everything. So yeah, she motivated me to stay here, and I stayed, and I got my paperwork done, and I got my permanent residency. Yeah.
Congratulations.
The next step, thank you.
Amazing.
Next step is getting my citizenship done soon, like in 2 years. Yeah, I'll be doing that too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for the questions. Great conversation, though. I like how I put like 3 questions here, and we just ran with it.
Yeah.
So that's Mr. Allen. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming.
no problem. Thank you, Mr. B.
No problem.
Taking your time.
So
Yeah.
this will be on
I
our
appreciate
St.
it.
David YouTube channel. Be sure to like and subscribe and say hello to Mr. Allen in the hallway.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.